Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm wearing my Grammy sweatshirt because I'm feeling nostalgic today. It's a Sunday and I'm always feeling nostalgic on Sundays. Today's a story time, and I just took class as I always do on Sunday because I love starting my week with a class and just getting into it, because I always think of Sunday as the start of a new week, you know, not the end of the old week. Otherwise I get really stressed out and I'm like, oh my god, Monday's tomorrow. So I feel like looking at it that way is a better way to remind yourself that Sunday's a new beginning. Anyways, today's in class I went down in flames in the class video, which kind of made me sad because that doesn't really happen to me all that much anymore, but it did happen to me today and I'm processing that slowly. I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? We all, as dancers, need to take a chill pill and just remind ourselves it's only dance, and if you mess up, you mess up. It happens, it's unavoidable, so there's no reason to really beat yourself up about it. You should really just take it as a lesson. So I thought, what a good thing to do a video about, how to take a lesson and learn from it and grow from it instead of beating yourself up about it as every single person in this industry does. I also still have a cough. I don't know what is happening with me. I've literally been coughing for 2 weeks straight, so if I sound awful, that's fine. Okay, story time. So let me set the scene for you. I'm 18 years old. I am at the Pulse on tour, and I hadn't been to the Pulse on tour for a couple of years because I just took a hiatus from it because I wasn't very good when I first started going, so I was like, when I go back, I'm gonna crush it. I'm literally gonna be the best. So I was really ready for this weekend. I was like, I'm gonna show the faculty my growth. I'm gonna show them what I'm made of. I had never been in the fashion show before, and if any of you don't know about the Pulse on Tour, every Saturday they'll pick people from Brian's class usually, or if Brian's not there, someone else's class, to be a part of the fashion show, which is this big, amazing number where all the best dancers from the weekend basically put on a show wearing different vendors from the convention. So I had never been in it before, and I was like, this is my moment. I've never been so ready. So Saturday came along, I'm in my nappy tabs, I'm really feeling myself, I'm ready to go. And I actually did well, which was a godsend. I don't know how, I had never really, I was back in the heyday, before I figured out how to dance. Brian's classes they've always been my favorite since I was an infant, but I was never very good at them, so it really took me until more recent times to be able to actually pick his choreography. But I did well, and I made it to the fashion show. And I was so excited, you guys. I cannot explain to you. I don't think I've ever been so happy in my whole life. I was like, Lucas Parada, am in the fashion show. I'm gonna make it as a dancer. It's gonna be fine. Basically, I went to my fashion show rehearsal. Everything was good, everything was fun, everything was peachy. I was learning the choreography. I got picked to be in the contemporary section, and at the end of the rehearsal they told us our costumes and I found out I was shirtless. And me being an 18-year-old, I didn't have a lot of body issues because I don't know, I just didn't. It wasn't until college that I started developing body issues, but I think that I had never danced shirtless before, and I was just nervous. I was like, oh my god, how do you do that? You know what I mean? It was a scary thing to me. I was shaking backstage for 3 hours waiting to go on, just nervous, couldn't catch my breath. And we're getting ready to go on, and the time comes. So we had these 2 8 counts of improv to start the piece, and then on the 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8 of the last 2 8s, we had to start the choreography, and I got on stage, was improvising, was living my life, and then the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 came, and I just really didn't pay attention because I was living way too hard. So, I just kept improvising, and then I realized that people around me weren't doing the same thing. And I was like, huh. And then I realized that I was supposed to be doing choreography, and I froze. I literally was just standing on the stage, little old Lucas, just kind of standing on the stage, everyone else was going off. It was the worst 5 seconds of my life, but it felt like I was in those 5 seconds for 5 years, I swear. But then there was this moment at the very end where you had to drop to the ground on your knees and go and serve to the audience your face, and I hit that 8 so hard. I just went from standing to, and I dropped into my 8 position and I served the audience my focus, And in that moment, I made eye contact with Brian, and I just saw his jaw drop. Like, literally just his face was like, I kid you not, like, he looked like he was ready to, like, personally come on stage and, like, pick me up by my weave and hurl me into the audience. And I went off stage and just broke down, crying, just a drama session, like, went into the bathroom, like, was dabbing away my tears, like, fixing my eyeliner. And we were supposed to go back on stage for, like, this big finale moment where we did, I don't even know, I think it was All Around the World, Justin Bieber, some shit like that. And I did not return to the stage. I was like, my moment is ruined. I can never come back from this. My career's over. Like, I'm never gonna be hired, and I don't know what to do. But it was a full moment. Now I have worked for Brian, and we're friends. I don't think he knows that it's me that, like, messed up on stage. Probably doesn't even remember. I hope he really doesn't remember. But on the off chance that he does, don't tell him. And if Brian's watching this video, it'll never happen again. It's never happened again since that day. I learned my lesson. And that is the moral of this video. Sometimes in life, you really mess up. Like, you mess up. And that's okay, because as dancers, you have to have those moments of, like, oh my god, my life is over, to get to the moments of, oh my god, I'm gonna be okay, and I can do this, and this is what I was born to do. And if you mess up when you're going across the floor, if you're doing a cologne class, if the camera's in front of you, that's okay. Just really know when it's time to mess up, which is when you're in class, and know when it's time to fuck it up, which is when you're on a job, on stage. So technically, when I chose to mess up wasn't the best time, but it wasn't a convention, so I think it was a better time to mess up on stage than, say, on a job I'm getting paid for, that I auditioned for. Because you will not book another job, the choreographer or artist, or maybe possibly anybody, if it gets out that you messed up really badly, if you mess up in a high pressure environment. But I think as dancers, we all develop coping mechanisms to really make sure that doesn't happen. And that's what rehearsals are for. And I only had like 2 seconds of rehearsal for the fashion show, so like, I don't know. Anyways, that was a fun story. I hope you enjoyed my moment of absolute despair. And if you have embarrassing stories, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. I'd honestly love to read them, because it makes me feel like I'm not alone in being a travesty as a human being / dancer. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up to support me in my life mess ups. And follow me on everything, and I'm throwing some new content at you guys like real soon, so just keep an eye out. Like, things are happening, okay? Like, it's a great time to be alive, even though I'm like am beyond stressed out in like all factors. More to come on that later. Love you.